All right, everybody, welcome to a special review for the Clean Finish podcast. I am Blackjack here with Wise and Now. Please follow us on Twitter at It's21Blackjack, at Wise and Now. Follow the Twitter for the podcast at Need Clean Finish. We're here tonight to review the NXT show, NXT TakeOver Respect, a 6-match card, which featured the first ever main event for the women and a first ever Iron Man match with the women. The main event being Sasha Banks and Bayley. We're actually going to do this at 10:30, but Weiser heard me kind of be sour enough where we needed to get started.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we get started, real quick,
Okay.
I want to say like the first hour until I started watching on my phone because I was out food shopping.
Okay.
I started watching like simultaneously. I started watching like an hour behind and all at the same time. I was watching from my Xbox and from my computer.
I noticed by your tweets, I figured that was what was going on.
Yeah, like I was like time traveling. So I didn't miss anything. What I did miss, I missed commentary for the first hour. So if I missed anything great on commentary or if I missed any good selling points, then my apologies on that. Blackjack will cover that. But I did catch the action, and I'll probably end up watching this again.
Yeah.
Because we're probably going to end up going over it again during tomorrow's podcast. By the way, did you plug in the podcast channel?
Yeah. By the way, yes, please go. I thought we were on the channel. That's why. Okay. We're on your channel. Okay.
Hey, I'm keeping it safe.
All right, fine. Go to the podcast channel. It's www.youtube.com/channel/clean-finish-podcast. And yes, we spell it like we're normal people. There's no K's or anything silly like that. It is Clean Finish Podcast, the way you would think it would be spelled.
Someone asked me a stupid question, Blackjack. Do you want to hear it?
Okay.
And then we'll get into the review.
Okay.
The question is, are you mad that Sasha cried? Like, get the fuck over it. She's a mark. I didn't even say anything. Someone asked me if I liked Eminem. I said yes. And that was, and then someone followed up with that. All right. No, I know who that is. I don't know why all right. I know who that is. It usually doesn't like come at me all weird no way. So I'm probably reading into that wrong. It's weird how you worded that.
Yeah, no, like there's nothing about what happened after the match that I have a beef with at all.
No. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this.
All right. So TakeOver kicked off. I didn't see the pre-show. I know you probably didn't bother to see it either. So
there was a pre-show. Apparently,
Xavier Woods and Cody Rhodes were there. So
all right, real quick, because this thing starts off with the Dusty Rhodes Classic, and first things first, we do need to mention for anybody that has missed it or for anybody that just might be stumbling along this review. Myself and Blackjack were big on possibly having an actual tag team win this tournament. And actually making, stars out of these tag teams. So our predictions, though I kicked and screamed for the first one being Balor and Joe, at first I had them winning, but the more I thought about it and I thought like this would be their chance to make tag teams actually relevant.
Yeah.
I went with both actual tag teams to proceed on in this tournament. So that's where we stand going into these matches. Now we can start.
This is a good show, everybody. I'm just going to say this up front so that everybody doesn't sit here and say, oh, I don't understand why you didn't like the show. No, I liked the show. The show was enjoyable. The matches were enjoyable. Every single match. I think every single match was enjoyable here.
Absolutely. I don't think a single match missed on delivering.
No. I think if you wanted to go back and watch every single match, I would say watch this. If you asked me to go, if you wanted to see United Champions, I'd say skip it. If you asked me to watch this one, I'd say, yeah, go watch it.
If there was any match on this card right here, actually, I can't even say. All right, if there was any match that, let me change that.
Let's get into it.
All right, yeah.
Because I have a feeling I know which one.
I have the wrong wording on what I want to say. So
I know which one. I think I know which one you're talking about.
Okay.
So, and I think once we get to that one, we'll explain why. So, NXT TakeOver Respect kicked off with Finn Balor and Samoa Joe versus the Mechanics, who were Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. Finn Balor, no face paint tonight.
He shouldn't have had it.
No, he shouldn't have. And the crazy thing, too, is that with the jacket, I just kept thinking. I keep looking at him, and I'm just like, this guy's a heel.
Is the jacket thing pissing you? Like, are you seeing what I was saying? Like,
it's just pissing me off. He just
so unnecessary.
It's just flare, and I'm like, this doesn't tell me there's a demon inside of there. What does this tell me about a champion? Like, it just something's not meshing here.
This guy is more model than Tyler Breeze right now.
Oh yeah,
more than Tyler Breeze at this point.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the silly attire.
And it's weird because Finn was never like this. He never, like, even without the demon face paint or anything like that, when he just came out as his regular self, he'd come out, he'd throw up the arms, get into the corner, throw up the arms, and then that's it. You know, it wasn't too much posing going on from Finn. It was just a part of his entrance. Whereas now it's like, it's just so awkward. It's really, really awkward to me. But I don't know. Maybe it's building something. Maybe they're building to some type of character here. Mm-hmm. So I'll just wait and see what happens there. Again, I trust NXT and what they're
like I have no problem with the wait and see approach. I don't, but you know,
it's awkward.
It does. It really does.
So let's get into the actual match here.
So ring psychology was huge here in this match.
Yes.
It was great.
That's the first thing I want. The first thing I want to say about these two teams, I'm sorry, I'm jumping in. I'm sorry, but
go ahead.
I just want you guys to notice. They go by what's the name? The Mechanics? Is that what their name is?
Oh yeah, it fit. If you were watching this match, it fits them.
I absolutely love these guys. A lot of people probably won't because they may seem boring or they may seem plain.
They're a perfect heel tag team.
They're aggressive. They know how to work like an actual tag team.
Yes.
They mesh very well together. They remind me so much of Ole and Arn. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much they remind me of those two guys. Like this team is a good, solid tag team. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go. No more cutoffs.
It's just, I mean, like I said, this is the one match that I didn't have full notes on, but yeah, like I just have a check plus on ring psychology. I think the big moments was, I want to say Finn Balor started this match, and then Joe got in for a quick second, and then Finn kind of was just taking the heat the whole time and building up the heat for the hot tag for Joe. And there was some point Finn went for a move, and one of them, I think Wilder chopped Finn low at the knee.
Yeah. And it was Finn had missed the move. The guy gets out, ducks out of the ring, and Dawson's the ball hit one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came and chopped the knee, and and from there, that's when they started work. You get a body part and you work it.
They worked it forever.
Work it. I love that.
They did it way better than what Nikki did at Night of Champions.
Absolutely.
Way better. It didn't feel like...
But Nikki, it was just, I'm going to put you in this rest hole and like on this one body part. No, These guys, they work different moves.
Yeah, they were trying to kill this guy's leg.
All targeting that spot. They even tag teaming this guy's leg.
Uh-huh.
And they did not let Joe get in. I would have liked them to have cut the ring off a little bit more, but I mean, shit, they didn't have too much time to work with. They did get good time, but this was a match I wouldn't have mind seeing go on for a half hour and really, really work that hot tag. Just keep cutting Joe off, keep cutting him off, knock him off the apron. But we didn't get that, but we did get, Joe, you're just going to sit your ass out there and watch this. Mm-hmm. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Because it just, everything just made sense.
Yeah.
Everything made sense in this match.
I will say this. Finn's selling.
Okay.
It's actually gonna be funny because I'm actually gonna get to selling in another match later tonight. Finn's selling. I'm not crazy about it.
There was a lot of selling on this pay-per-view, though.
There was, yes. He did a good job of showing people my knee is hurt, my knee is hurt, my knee is hurt.
There's times where he's like 100%.
Yeah, he just pulls off moves that he shouldn't be able to do after they'd killed your knee.
Mm-hmm.
And that
adrenaline and the commentary kept building. Like they kept talking about how when you're in that ring and you get that rush, you just don't feel the pain. They did a good job covering for that, but it was too many times where he was just 100%.
Yeah, and it really did bother me.
His leg never just gave out on him. Like usually when you're in that momentum and that adrenaline just wears off, you just collapse. And we never got that.
He did a good job on any moves that it required him to like jump down on something. It would give out on him.
Yeah.
But there were other times where I just look and it bothered me. But yeah, basically. Finn got the leg worked over for him for a long time. Samoa Joe finally gets in, starts running wild, and goes all crazy on Dawson and them.
Dawson and them.
Yeah, Dawson and Wilder.
Not too many more names there.
Yeah, it really isn't. I'm stupid. I really wish I took full notes on this because I remember the match, but I just remember for a long time they worked on Finn's leg. That's
what you need to know.
Yeah, that was the big point. They get to a point where Finn's on the outside selling. Like I think he cleared out. I want to say it was Wilder, or no, he may have cleared out Dawson on the outside. Mm-hmm. He was asking Joe to tag him in, like tag me in so we can do the Muscle Buster thing finish. And he's just like,
yeah, Muscle Buster thing,
the Muscle Buster coup de grace finish. And he's just like,
Joe's like, are you okay?
Are you stupid? No, we are not going to do that.
Joe did a good job selling for him as well with that. Mm-hmm. Like really making you think like, man, is Finn really hurt here?
Yeah.
Did a good job with it.
Yeah. So of course, then he tags him in and the commentator told it too. Is like, this could be a huge mistake. I was kind of almost hoping that Finn would do that where he would hit the coup de grace, but then like his knee would cramp up on him. So he can't get the pin.
Yep.
And he would be stuck between having to tag Joe in awkwardly and then him kicking out or something like that. But nope, coup de grace. 1, 2, 3. Match over. Storyline is now Finn has a bad knee going into the finals.
So Finn had the Peter Griffin, so to say. Just making sure you know.
Yeah.
And so forth and so on for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, up next. Oh, so no. Once we get finished with the next tag team match, then we'll give our opinions on it. So it was a good match.
I thought this was a good match to kick off with. I really, really love Dawson and Wilder in this match. Love those guys. All right, next match. Baron Corbin, Rhino versus Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. I just wrote two things under these guys. And here's why I love this match. It was two different styles. Jason Jordan and Chad Gable want to wrestle. Baron Corbin and Rhino want to kill you. And that was essentially the match. I mean, they started off with Jordan and Corbin, and they're throwing bombs at each other. Jordan's trying to slam the shit out of him. Corbin's actually trying to like punch him and kick him and get him outside of the ring. Man, it was just really fun to see that.
Let me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
Jordan and Gable.
Jordan was shoot wrestling tonight too.
Jordan and Gable as a mainstream tag team, meaning just WWE or whatever we see on television, right?
Uh-huh.
Are they the best team that we see on television?
They looked
the best televised tag team.
They looked like they could go on the main roster right now and take the titles off of New Day.
I mean, even if we have to talk about anybody, I don't know who's in TNA.
They look believable.
I would take them over the Wolves right now. Mm-hmm. I would take them over the Wolves.
I would love to see them work a match with Cesaro and Kid just for the work alone.
That would be so mean. Oh boy, that would be mean. This team is just it.
Their combination of Flash and their shoot wrestling too. Jason Jordan was shoot wrestling tonight.
He's gotten so much better.
He's great. It's like we said, it's one of the great things about NXT. They push a guy and they just don't give up. They're like, we're gonna find something. We're gonna find a way to make this work. And
he looks extremely comfortable in there too.
He looks like not only extremely comfortable. Granted, I want him to stick with Gable, but if he were to break off and be a singles guy, I can buy into it now.
Maybe
I could buy it.
I'm way too invested in him as a tag team.
Yeah, it's the character thing that makes you wonder about the singles thing.
Well, no. I'm not really worried. I'm just enjoying them.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. I prefer them to be a tag team because they're great and there's a lot of investment there. But if he were to break off into a singles guy, I wouldn't have a problem with it. He's fine, is what I mean.
Okay.
I don't want it right now, but if he were, I think he'd be fine.
I gotta see more of them because they're in and out so much.
Yeah,
I gotta see, like, okay, for example, let's talk about let's compare it to the primetime players, right?
Yes,
where Darren Young's gonna be in there doing most of the work.
Yeah,
but you would know how he would fare as a singles guy. Not as much so Titus, because Titus only comes in for the hot tag. He's in there for all of about a minute or two, so you don't know what he can do.
Right.
In this situation, both of these guys do get their fair share.
They get about equal time. Sometimes Gable's in there selling a little bit more.
Yeah.
So most times, actually.
So I would be more so inclined to know what Gable can do as a singles guy than Jordan on his own, because we did see Jordan on his own, and it wasn't all that well.
No. I feel like we've seen a lot more of him now that he's been with Gable. I don't know if that's just because he's with Gable, but yeah, you know what? Just keep him as a tag team.
I mean, I'm hoping that we get more, but let's just talk about this match because
let's keep it here for now.
There was a rolling German suplex.
We are going to get there. We're going to get. No, don't worry. It is in bold. I've written over it about 5 different times.
Yo.
So Gable gets the tag at some point, and Gable,
my God,
he starts selling Rhino's strength, which I thought was great. Like Gable got thrown into the corner, and he flew. The man flew, and all that
small size helps a lot.
Yes.
The way he's able to sell, it gives him a lot more to work with.
Correct. He was really selling the hell out of the brutality too. Mm-hmm. Just the way they had him on the outside, they threw him into the LED board. And even while he was getting his shoot wrestling offense off, it was great to hear the crowd was singing Gable to the tune of Angle's theme. Gable. That was funny. They also had the Reading Willing Gable chants.
Yo, this team, man.
It was great to see Rhino try to throw Gable on the outside, and Gable somehow countered that and Spider-Man himself to armbar Rhino on the ropes. I think they're going to turn them face. Their reaction tonight, they were baby faces tonight.
You know what? I would say just leave them as they are.
Yeah.
Just
let it happen naturally.
Just let the crowd decide. Like, don't have them, even when they are babyface, don't change the way they act.
Yeah.
Just let them be the way they are and let the crowd just be natural to them. Because right now, their faces to me, like, I have a hard time, like, thinking, like, even when we got to the end of the tournament, and I was thinking, like, maybe a face team had to win, but I'm like, hold on, but aren't Jordan and Gable faces? But then
you thought they were heels, but then you watch this match, and you're just like, no, they're faces. I like it when it's natural like that, not like when it's just like sudden. It's just like they wrestle this match. Like, you always liked them as heels. So you kind of like them here, but they're definitely faces now because they're going against two.
They never work a heel style.
No, they really don't.
I think that's a big part of it, is that they've never worked a heel style.
So it was natural.
Yes.
After that, they had Corbin killing him on the outside. They got him back in the ring at one point, and Corbin, my God, his spinning side slam is gorgeous.
Why is it like
that is a finishing move?
He should just have 2 finishers. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's one.
I don't know if it was the camera or what, but God, damn, it seemed like he was just spinning. I'm spinning.
Yeah,
he was Rock at that point in time. He was spinners on cars. Like he was out of control with that spin.
Like this came after Jason Jordan went wild for his hot tag and he tagged Gable back in. I mean, Corbin killed all of that momentum.
Yes, immediately too.
That was a great false finish because I swear to God, I thought it was over.
That was so vicious. Oh,
mm-hmm.
God, I
think Jordan actually had to come in to break that up too.
Yeah, he did.
Okay,
good. He then broke it up, and then Rhino got him up out of there.
Good, because Gable should have been sitting down for a 5 count after that.
Yes. Man, I'm really week by week, and as each of these events go on, I'm just getting more and more and more impressed by Corbin.
Yes. This is the reason why I thought he should have gone over Joe. Because you can set him up. I mean, granted, this is fine because he's now nobody can say he can't work. You can't say that now.
Well, he didn't tap to Joe.
No, he didn't. He passed out. So it's something they can always revisit.
There's that, and there's also the fact that this tournament kind of got in the way of that feud.
Yeah, it did.
Because that was something that was just starting. That was just getting started. And look into the future of this review show. Mm-hmm. The match that they had later with Joe and Corbin being in the match didn't exactly revert back to their feud at all.
It didn't. No.
All right. So
after that spinning slam, and somehow Gable is still alive, and he finds the energy to, dear God, hit the fucking Chaos Theory.
Yes. I forgot that was the name of it.
On Baron Corbin.
Oh my God, who did that move? Oh, fuck. Who did that move? Blackjack, who did that move? It's killing me right now. Who did the Chaos Theory? You're fucking with me, Blackjack.
Shit, that's a good question. I know that that's the name of the move, but
it definitely is.
Doug Williams.
There it is. I was thinking TNA, but I didn't want to say it.
It is TNA, yeah.
Yep. Because he was that guy. I don't want to be an airborne guy. Everything I'm going to do is on the mat. Chaos Theory was his finisher.
Yeah.
Fucking hey, yo, this guy just takes his cues from the right people.
Yeah.
I miss Williams. I definitely miss that guy.
It's ridiculous. So if you don't know what the Chaos Theory is, essentially what it is that you take your opponent and you have him in waist lock and you do kind of a back roll as if you're about to go into a pin, but you roll out of that back roll and then lift the guy up from pretty much
a deadlift.
Yeah. From a deadlift and German him and bridge.
Yep. And here's the kicker to that, because not only is it a great move, but what you have to do is consider their sizes.
That is a 5-something guy bridging German deadlift suplexing pretty much a 7-foot guy.
Because you could say like, well, he didn't fully fleshy get it. That motherfucker's
yeah. Like I'm looking at it right now,
and it was still clean for
like Gable's like
it doesn't get much cleaner than that.
Like they're standing, and I'm pretty sure Gable's head is somewhere near like the bottom portion of Baron Corbin's back. Just to put it in perspective for you.
That was one hell of a move at the perfect time.
Oh yeah, Rhino had to come in and save that one.
Yeah, it oh man, it could have been over right there.
No, that wasn't the finish. The finish instead was Gable going up for a tilt-a-whirl, and Corbin somehow got him
along with the tilt-a-whirl.
Yeah, he went with it. He's like, "Oh, you want to spin around me? Just wait until I catch you."
There's that mistake.
Yep, there's the mistake. This is how I said Corbin needs to be sold. If you make one mistake and you get him in position for that move, it's over. So sure enough, tilt-a-whirl into the end of days. It looks so clean. 1, 2, 3.
Good.
Corbin and Rhino go over. Corbin looks great right now.
Who has he been? I really need to know who he's been working with. I'm thinking he's been. You think Rhino? I don't think Rhino could teach him this stuff.
You know how we say, it's the wrestlers that make Cena look good?
Mm-hmm.
I don't fully buy that here with Corbin.
No, because Corbin is getting his shit off.
He's getting all of his shit off.
He's just
he had a big boot in this match that looked great. He had a big boot in this match that looked great when he's doing the shoulder charge.
You're flying.
Yes, when he does that shoulder charge on the outside. You know what he kind of reminds me of right now? And I know this comparison was made to him just by appearance years ago, like a year ago. He really is just starting to make me think of Taker.
I said this so long ago. I said this mad long ago that he reminds me of Taker.
Yes,
like back when he was Lone Wolf coming out, and I was like, he should throw the arm up in the air like American Badass.
Like American Badass Taker, yeah. But it's not just the look. Now it's the work too, because now the work is coming.
Sidewalk slam.
Just
mannerisms, everything. Like,
yeah.
If you can slow down just a bit, then you just got Taker right there.
Yeah.
A young Taker.
And it's crazy that people do not like this guy.
Yeah, I don't
because he's essentially fucking Taker, who everybody reveres.
Basically, what's going to happen right now, people aren't seeing it.
Yeah.
They're not seeing what it is that we've been seeing for a while. It's going to grow on them, and it's going to sneak up on them how good he actually is.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, this big guy, he's gonna be shit when he's on his own and this thing is over. Just not really giving him credit or not really looking at his work and how much he's progressed.
Yeah, I think right now, if I were to sit here and post that Baron Corbin
could work over 20 seconds to a guy just go.
Yeah. He's not like he's a focal point in matches now.
He knows how to work like a big man.
Where
it's not just, all right, I'm just gonna hit you with this power move, maybe one more, and that's all I got for you.
Right.
No, he's just gonna keep coming with power move, and they're innovative. He'll let you get your shit in.
Yes, he does, and he'll sell for you too.
He'll sell like the way he sells. Now you're gonna have to think back on this one with me.
Okay.
The way he sells reminds me of how Diesel used to sell whenever he had to.
Oh yeah.
It's like he's not going to sell for everybody, but if it's the right guy, and it's the right move, he's going to sell, and he's going to sell like a big guy.
He sold death on the Chaos Theory.
That
he was
not going to go flying all over the place, looking like a damn flopping and whatnot. He's not going to.
No.
He's going to sell like a big man.
Right. Yeah. When his shoulders hit the mat, all of a sudden he couldn't move anymore.
Because you chop this guy down.
Yes.
Or you hit him with something that he wasn't expecting.
The only difference between Corbin and Diesel is that Corbin is athletic.
Yeah. Yeah, I was only talking about the selling.
I know. But yeah, Jesus Christ. This
Rhino still just so happens to just be there. I mean,
you know what? I actually think
it's pretty good.
What's that?
He does a pretty good job just being an impact guy. That's what I guess that's what he's there for.
Yeah, he's a bomber.
Mm-hmm.
You let him get his heavy offense in, and then that's it.
Or a momentum changer.
Yeah. Agree or disagree here. This may not have been my favorite match of the night, but I thought this was the best match of the night.
This was the most athletic match of the night.
Oh, easily. Easily.
I would say it was the best. Oh, shit.
I was about to say the best technical match, but that kind of got to go to the first match. No, best technical match goes to the first match. I'm dead serious. This
was one of the most eventful matches.
Yeah, I really do think this was the best match of the night.
I'm with you.
I am dead serious, and I know we haven't gotten to the main event yet, but I'm dead serious. I think this was the best match of the night.
I'm with you. If you're one of those guys that like indies wrestling, and you like, but indies wrestling where there's still psychology in it.
Oh, this was it.
This is it right here.
Yeah,
this is like watching. Give me. Yeah, walk me on this one. I don't know how much ROH you've watched, but
this would be like Zack Sabre Jr. and I gotta get him a partner though.
I was gonna go with this would be the equivalent of watching Roddy Strong and Michael Elgin. If you had to do like a one-on-one comparison to it.
Okay, yeah, no, I can see that.
So you got that speed.
What is Elgin?
You got his technical, and then you got that strong ox.
Yeah.
And this is how that, like you said, this match was wrestled in 2 different styles.
Yes, and I think that's why I was so into it, was that, you know, Corbin and Rhino know they're not going to out-wrestle, you know, because if you get into a wrestling match with these two, you're going to lose. They didn't try to wrestle them. They tried to whoop their asses. And Gable knows, and Gable and Jordan, well, Jordan maybe, but Gable certainly knows that he can't outpower them, so he's going to out-wrestle them. It was great. It was 2 different styles just kind of going after one another. You know, you don't see enough of that today where, you know, like if you have a luchador and a power guy in the ring, you don't see a luchador using his, you know, swifting cunning to you know, over top of the power guy, and then the power guy just kind of no-selling some of his luchador moves by going like, that's stupid. No, I'm gonna slam you on the mat. Mm-hmm. That happened here. It was great. So yeah, that was that match. Yeah, we talked about it a lot, but again, probably this I thought this was the match of the night.
Yeah. Real quick before we move on to the next match.
Yes.
There's something that needs to be said.
Go ahead.
And hopefully you guys are going to agree in the chat, and for anybody that's listening on, Blackjack, I know you agree.
Okay.
2 legit tag teams lost.
Yeah, we need to talk about this. I had a huge problem with that.
2 legit tag teams looked very good.
Yes, they did look very good.
But lost.
But they lost, yes. Here's why I'm disappointed in this. The first thing is that, yes, a tag team didn't go over here. And for a tag team tournament to not sell tag teams, I think was detrimental to them. You know, we talk a lot about, you know, how you put a guy with Cena. It's just like, oh, but you were in a match with Cena, so you really went over there. And it's like, no, they didn't. You could have made a bigger statement there. I have that same problem here, where I understand that Finn Balor is the NXT champion. Mm-hmm. And I understand that, you know, Baron Corbin and Rhino as singles wrestlers may be better than these guys, but they're tag teams. They're teams. Mm-hmm. They should be able to beat these guys in a tag team scenario. Granted, can they win once in a while based just on, you know, like that? That was one of the things about that match too, was that Finn tried to win that match as a singles wrestler and paid for it. And it was only because of sheer luck and him being able to get the Joe that they even had a chance at that match. I'm
trying to think of a comparison here that I could give you.
The other thing that upset me too. Oh, go ahead. So since you don't have the comparison yet, the other thing that upset me too is that this is the Dusty Rhodes Memorial, or you know, tournament. Mm-hmm. It's upsetting that. I mean, I know Joe, I don't think was really there when Dusty was there. Granted, I understand he's probably
the tail end.
Yeah, he may have met Dusty and talked to him, and it may have been influential in his life. I have no doubt of that. But I think that, you know, Dusty has been so influential to guys like Enzo and Cass. He would have probably been really responsible for guys like Jordan, because Jordan's been there for years. Yep.
The mechanics have both been.
The mechanics have been there forever. You know, I just look at all the other guys that have been here, vaudevillains too. Mm-hmm. You know,
when the mechanics came out, you know, just the way that they looked at that trophy, the way that they idolized that trophy when they came out.
Yes,
I don't know if they were just selling or what, but you just look at it and be like, that means something to them.
Yes,
and for them to make it this far, I think that meant something to them as well.
Uh-huh.
Again, I don't want to say that they made the wrong decision, but I do want to say that they missed an opportunity
to make a star tonight.
They missed opportunities to make stars out of these tag teams and to make a statement on how big tag team wrestling can and should be. Now, the comparison I wanted to give it, I'm kind of fighting with myself here on times, because times and eras shift. Now, if we go back, I was going to say this would be like Mick Foley and Undertaker beating the Dudleys. Well, yeah, that can happen because it's Mick Foley and the Undertaker, and they were just main event. And tag teams like the Dudleys, they're the best tag team in the world, but they were never built as main event quality. So then you would have to think back to when tag teams actually were main event.
Yeah.
And that was something on how think to like the Demolitions, right?
Yeah.
Or or LOD. Demolitions, LOD. Imagine, okay, so let's take Undertaker and Mankind at this point and put them up against LOD or Demolitions. There's no way they should fucking beat them. No way. That's a tag team. And that's how tag teams were at that time. If you get them together, you lose. Period. If you're not cohesive. That's how tag teams will run. You make a mistake in your tag team match, you lose. Tag teams shouldn't make those mistakes against two guys that are just pitted together because there is a tag team versus two randoms.
Yeah.
So that is already your built-in excuse as to why this team can beat guys like Joe and Balor and get away with it. It's okay because you can talk about how these aren't a tag team and they should lose. It's okay for them to lose. In that situation, I just think that they missed a chance at being able to put tag teams on. For example, the women here, they've made it so that they could put the women into a main event spot on a big special.
Yes. Yep.
We can do the same with the tag teams if you treat them that way.
Exactly.
Have somebody that means something, not just each other. Fuck beating each other because they haven't established each other yet.
Right.
Have them beat someone that matters.
That's one of the things that irks me whenever like I hear a chant for like women's wrestling. I'm like, no, the reason that you care about this is that they put over wrestling, period. Is that they made the women stars. So I kept thinking about this. I'm like, there is certainly a reasonable time in which an NXT tag team match can main event. There is certainly reason for that. I think everybody and their mother would kill to see a match with Jason Jordan and Chad Gable going up. Like this match here could have main evented. A Chad Gable, Jason Jordan match going up against like, there may not be anybody on their level right now in NXT, but
no. You could put them with the Mechanics.
You can put them with the Mechanics, yeah, because they're going to work two different styles anyway.
Yeah, and you're going to get a very, very, very solid match. A match that's going to make sense. A match that's going to tell a story. A match that's going to have psychology.
But yeah, and I feel like with a statement like this, you're kind of still saying the tag teams are under these guys. Like and I think that hurts.
Imagine these guys beating the walk with me here. Yeah. Imagine guys, Jordan and Gable beating the Vaudevillains.
I mean, the Mechanics already did that.
Imagine they beat them for the titles, right?
Right.
I don't think you get as big a pop if they did it now in comparison to if they actually beat Corbin and Rhino and then beat Joe and Balor and then win the tag team titles.
Oh, yeah. Because then they look
like, good luck trying to take the titles off of those guys. Look at who they've already beaten.
Yeah.
They've beaten the best in NXT. Good luck with that.
Yeah. That I mean, it legitimizes them too.
That right there is how you make a statement. You give them names on their resume.
Yeah.
Right now, who's on their resume? Nobody. They can have all the great matches they want. If no one is on their resume as to who they've beaten, that's a name. Who are they?
And I think that would be a great storyline for making the champion look like an underdog too. Where the champion, I mean, their only loss has been to the Mechanics thus far since winning the title, but they could win every single tag team match they're in. It's still like, but these guys won the tournament. And they beat like Joe and Balor and Corbin and Rhino. That prestige going to them does a lot to build the division, and it builds.
Or if you do that and then have the Vaudevillains beat them, then it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, then it's like, oh wow. Maybe the Vaudevillain, okay. So yeah, it sells the fact that they're teams, that they can beat individuals if they pair up with one another. But when teams are in the ring, it's a different story. They just missed on that. And that's what frustrated me the most.
Yep.
Shall we move on?
Let's do it.
Like I said.
Oh boy.
Like I said. Jason Jordan and Chad Gable versus Corbin and Rhino may have been match of the night, but it was not my favorite match tonight. This was my favorite match tonight. Dana Brooke versus Asuka.
This chick is a star.
I told you.
Holy shit, she's a star.
Can we just give her the belt? You know what, Bayley? You can just go to the main roster now. Thank you. I don't want to see you die.
No.
Bayley, I don't want to see you die. You will die.
I'm over here scratching like a crackhead.
This was the happy moment of the pay-per-view for me.
Asuka is the shit. Holy shit. This chick, When's the last time you got like a badass babyface chick?
The badass babyface, period.
Oh my God. Even the way she mocks, just this. And she got this sex appeal to her too. Like she's not even in the best of shape, but you don't even see that. She just
I don't. Yeah, like I don't even care.
No, Asuka's the shit. Whoa, I don't know what's happened between the time that I watched that match of her like way back when and now. I don't know what she's been through. I don't know what journey she's been through, but God, they got a gym. Mm-hmm. No, they don't have a gym. She's not a gym. She's a star. She is a bona fide star. And
she might have just jumped Sasha Banks in one night.
I was about to say something and then I had to just regurgitate in my mouth.
What'd you say?
About to say I can't wait to see her and Sasha have a nice, long, dragged out match.
Oof.
But we're not going to get that on NXT.
No.
There's the regurgitation.
Man. Yo, I do need that match, but Sasha's gonna get killed.
No, Sasha's got that vicious mean streak to her.
She does, yeah. But man, just seeing those two styles mesh up would be crazy. Oh man,
I don't even. You could have put Asuka in there tonight with a broomstick.
You really could.
Like she's just dripping charisma, this woman.
Did you see how fast she looked in the ring?
Yes.
Like I just saw it like right from the get-go. I'm like, holy shit. Like
it reminded me of Daniel Bryan in New Japan.
Yes, like she was just
not New Japan, but when he was working in Japan.
Right.
Looked like that.
But she was just floating in the ring. It was insane
seamlessly.
It looked like it took no effort.
And Dana didn't look bad.
No, yeah, it wasn't like she was embarrassing Dana.
That was like one of the matches where you say Shawn Michaels could wrestle a broomstick or Ric Flair could wrestle a broomstick and make it look good.
Oh yeah,
that's what this was. She pretty much just wrestled a broomstick and got it over. Like got the match over.
She got the broomstick over. Broomstick looked okay.
And Emma just being scared on the outside.
Like no. No.
And she was just toying with Dana the whole time.
Yeah.
She just found everything to be funny. Like, well, I showed you when I smiled that I was going to kick your ass.
You know when the test becomes if she can truly wrestle a broomstick? She's gotta kick the shit out of Eva Marie.
You know what?
If she can get a match out of Eva Marie.
No, here's what's happening, Blackjack. Brace yourself.
No. We're not doing this.
No. I'm not doing crazy booking.
Okay.
They've been building Eva Marie up this whole time.
Oh.
You're going to feed her.
She's
going to die, Blackjack. This hasn't been to build her up for a title.
Yeah, no. The second
sacrifice her.
The second you said that, I was like, the wheel just suddenly turned, and I was like, "Oh,
she's going to die.
She's going to die."
She's going to be the epitome of all red everything, Blackjack.
Oh, especially after the reaction she got tonight, there is no way in hell WWE would be NXT would be stupid enough to feed her to Eva. That is not happening.
This will not be a feud. This will be.
She's going to die. This is going to be your first L, Eva Marie, and you will die. And you'll die. Sorry.
I like it. Asuka's great.
Oh man, we didn't even talk about the match.
Here we go. What is that? What do you say when people say the exact same thing at the same time?
Jinx.
There you go. Damn, that's crazy.
This match started off with arm locks, and the only thing I could say was she's just smooth.
I want to see her in there with fucking Chad Gable now.
I'd pay for it. I want to see her take
legitimately beat Seth Rollins at this.
I was just getting ready to say that motherfucker. That motherfucker is 1-15 right now. Asuka could come up right now and take that belt off of him.
I'll pay to see that too, right? Like I need to watch her journey. Like what? Like, no, I don't. All right. Think back to everybody who's debuted on these shows. Yeah. I don't think anybody has had as impressive of a debut.
Yeah, I'm dead serious. This might have been the best debut of anybody.
Like, the character is perfect. The ring style is perfect. Just the way she tells her I don't want to say like tells a story, like just her psychology.
Yes.
In the match. Even though she was on top, it's just what she did as she was on top.
Like, Finn got the nice entrance when he debuted. That's great and all. Right. Kevin Owens got the powerbomb Sami Zayn and had his nose broken going against CJ Parker. But this was just like instant star.
Her entrance was pretty just everything, man. Oh my God, they invested in this one. Eva Marie's gonna die, Blackjack.
She's gonna die.
She's not even gonna be on Total Divas anymore, Blackjack. It's over for her.
She won't exist.
It is over for her. I don't know what Eva Marie's gonna do from this point on with her life. This is the only person that's being triggered. But her entrance, like, come out with that music, and then you got the mask, and then she just holds it, and the crowd's just reacting. And then when she takes it off, and the all of the colors change, the Tron train, everything just changes.
Yes, because
they missed this on Finn Balor. This is basically a woman that is.
Can we talk about Finn Balor after this is all done? By the way.
Yeah, sure.
We'll do it after review.
This is the perfect way to capture a duality of someone.
Yes.
This is it. Even in her entrance, it's there.
It's in the ring, too. It's great.
Even the way she walks to the ring, it's like she's giggity, but then it's like she kind of got a Hugh Morris to her. I don't know if you've ever seen Hugh Morris in WCW, but the way he used to come down to the ring, it'd be like he's laughing 1 second, then he's serious. And then he's laughing, and then he's serious. She goes from like smiling, like, "Oh, hey, happy to be here." Then she's sticking that tongue out, licking her lips and whatnot. Like she just sees
a savage, yeah.
She got this character down, down, and before she even gets to the ring, it's like, she's going to kill someone, but at the same time, she's going to have fun doing it.
Oh yeah,
this woman here is just.
And we still have not talked about the match yet.
I don't think we need to. It's just her.
Yeah. I'll go over some things that I thought were impressive. Just the arm locks, very smooth. It was just she was just pure baby face and just, hey, I'm showing off to the ring, and then Dana thinks she's gonna get out of this. No, you're getting another arm lock. Take it. Dana gets pissed off and slaps her, and Asuka just does the slow turn, and the crowd chants, "You fucked up." Legitimately chanted, "You fucked up." Like,
don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, legitimately. Like, there are kids that, like, Bayley's super fan is on the railing there, and the whole crowd is still chanting, "You fucked up. You fucked up."
Mama should have just let her chant that right along with her.
Yeah, you might as well have. Oh my God.
She gives, man.
She did. There was a sequence where she got Dana Brooke at a knee bar and then transitioned it into an ankle lock and then Germaned her. Because why the fuck not?
Because she just fucking can.
Roundhouse kicked Dana in the face and then hit the, I guess it's called the Asuka lock, but a crossface chicken win for the win.
Bob Backlund this one.
Yes.
But dropped it down. Like, see, when Bob drops it down to the ring, he don't really, I don't remember him wrapping his legs around.
Oh, yeah. She grapevined her and was like, nah, you ain't going nowhere.
It was just over at that point. Like, I'm sitting there thinking, like, if she had that on me, I wouldn't get out of that either.
It's just like, nah, all right, I'm done.
She got it. Like, then Dana, like, just please get this woman off of me.
Yeah, just all right, fine, I'll stop.
And then Emma on the outside.
Oh my God, I thought you know how you say
before we even get to Emma on the outside, just the taunting and the mockery of I'm going to do your poses in your face.
Yes. Deal with
and
it.
Do your poses in celebration. Do I have my own poses? No, I just got yours.
When she did the poses, she reminded me of Liger against Brees.
Yeah,
it was good.
Well, they do that a lot in Japan. That's their little showmanship thing that they do. They'll take your taunts and do them right in your face.
And that's a face thing. That's great.
Yeah, yeah. I can't talk about Asuka. Like she's.
Do you remember when you said like Brock Lesnar had that "I'm gonna fuck" face?
She had that.
She had that when she stared down Emma.
When she did that to Emma, Brock is who I thought of. I thought like, damn, you got a badass chick. She's going to laugh in your face, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Kana was sorry, yeah.
She's a face.
Asuka is Brock Lesnar, and Emma was Kofi Kingston. That's what happened on the outside.
It was so hilarious.
Yeah.
Emma was scared to death. She's like, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna move. I'm not even gonna breathe.
Nah, I'm just gonna back up. If you
she looked down at the ground away from her, I'm like, this is just so good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is so funny. It's like this woman is sadistic.
Emma had the I dropped the soap look, and I'm just gonna stare at it, and I'm not gonna move.
She looked like Tom on the Boondocks when he dropped the soap in jail.
Yes. It's just like
you gonna pick up that soap?
No, I'm good.
I'm good. You see how long I am? I'm glistening. Pick up that soap. No. That was Emma. Oh man, and Asuka's just sitting there, just licking her lips like she's about to eat her. Yo, bro, I want her to stay on NXT forever. I want all of the women to stay on NXT forever. Fuck it. I want NXT to just be women's wrestling.
I would not have a problem with that.
Still buy in.
Yeah.
Make NXT women's wrestling and just
NXT just may need to be its own like that. They may be getting to this point where they seriously just need to be their own fucking thing.
I can't believe we just spent this much time on Asuka and Dana Brooke.
Did you see that?
We mentioned Dana Brooke all of 2 times.
Yes. Did you see that coming, Wiza?
Going into this? No.
Yeah.
No. Oh fuck. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Like I just thought of something else.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, thinking back to Asuka killing Eva Marie. Remember I said somebody may need a hired help? And we still can't find a spot for when this one person's supposed to come?
Huh. Oh. Well, that's interesting.
Eva Marie might not die yet.
You know what? She should just die first anyway. just get it out of the way, and then we can get to that problem.
I'm just gonna leave that at that. Let's move on. Let's let them talk about that one. So you know who we're talking about? Great. Some of you that may stumble along here that haven't heard our reviews, you might not know who we're talking about. If you don't, shame on you. But we're just gonna keep going. Let's go.
So afterwards, we had a Balor injury segment in the back where they were attending to his knee. They weren't sure if he could go or not.
Gable wrestle all the women.
We had a video package for you know who. Afterwards, we had Brees versus Apollo Cruz.
Okay.
Start off a little slow, and they were just kind of feeling each other out. Apollo would get the upper hand here and there. Because obviously he's more powerful than Brees, and it was great. That vertical suplex spot that felt like it was like 10 seconds. And then afterwards, Brees just got dirty and relentless. He threw Cruz into the LED board, and
from there he worked that back.
He worked the shit out of Apollo's back. So
get a body part and work it.
So remember when I said I couldn't stand Finn Balor selling? I loved Apollo Cruz's selling.
I did too.
I wrote selling for Apollo Cruz about 4 times here.
His selling is good, but there were some times where Brees would do an impact move to the back, and
he didn't.
No, he would just sell death instead of selling that the back is hurting. It's like he just said like, "Oh my god, I'm just gonna die." Like,
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that because in reality, if your back is really hurting that bad, do you really want to move?
You just laid there dead.
Yeah, just no. I'm not getting up right now.
What are we gonna do with Brees? Guy, his matches are getting better and better and better.
He came out tonight looking very believable, but they just don't put him over.
If this isn't Sami Zayn,
I keep saying this. If this isn't Sami Zayn, I don't know what they're doing.
Essentially, I think the turn is going to come when he gets that bullshit off of his pants.
It has to go. It just has to.
As long as he has that bullshit on his pants, and I think that the bullshit on the pants just might be a rib to the crowd, or a rib to him. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But once that's gone, I think that we're going to get a Tyler Breeze that's going to win. I don't know. It's not something as trivial as that, but I think it's just subtle things like that is what starts turns.
People keep asking the question whenever I say this gimmick is never going to work on the main roster. They're like, what? Well, I don't understand. Why do you think it's not? I'm just like, just look at him.
By the way, quick side note, if you're here enjoying the post-show review for NXT TakeOver Respect, see what I did there? NXT TakeOver Respect, not TNA TakeOver Respect. Make sure you drop a like on the stream. Helps a whole lot. Costs you nothing. All right, let's get back into it. Work the back.
Working the back, yes. What else happened here? Oh, at some point, they got back in the ring. Breeze hit a sharpshooter. They also mentioned Breeze is from Canada now, so interesting. Okay. He also hit a sharpshooter too. Cruz sold the shit out of it in his back, which was great. So when he powered up out of it, it made sense that he was kind of struggling, kind of getting to a vertical base on his back.
Here's one thing he did that Finn just wouldn't do, and this is what we were talking about. His back is hurting. Him getting up, him even trying to walk around. You see his legs.
Yeah, that's what I liked, is that after the sharpshooter was over, it wasn't just like, okay, I sold the move, I'm done. It's like, oh shit, he worked my back for a long time. This fucking hurts. I can't really get to a base fast. I'm going to keep some on my back because that move hurt.
Sell. This guy was collapsing just walking around.
I like that his comeback had to be a single leg drop kick.
Yep.
Because his back hurt.
It looked bad, and it was supposed to look bad.
And my God, when he slapped his leg, that shit was loud. I could have heard that all the way here.
I was watching all of this. I watched this entire match right here on my phone on the way back home. So there was some stuff like sounds. Again, I was talking about sounds and commentary. I missed that stuff. There was a lot of that stuff that I missed. But once this match was over, I was home and I was watching. So I missed that slap sound, unfortunately.
You could have heard that. You could have heard that all the way there in Jersey. It was. I heard it, and because I was typing something on Twitter, and the second I heard it, I had to rewind back, and I'm like, dear God, it sounded like a shot.
All right, and that was the single leg, the single leg dropkick.
Yes, and it killed the momentum. I just said again, Cruz selling is A1 sauce. This really is.
I would have liked to have seen Tyler Brees. Like, let's say Cruz gets a move in on him, like, one of them desperation moves. Brees goes down, but gets right back up and like, nah, dude, I'm just gonna keep fucking with you.
Yeah.
It's like he'll get hit with one desperate move and then he's just dead. Like, no, you were 1,000%. How are you dead all of a sudden?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be in the same state as him. And then, you start showing that's when Cruz got to get more just keeps doing more desperate moves until he does one that you can say, oh man, it looked like it knocked him out. Bingo. Now you could start getting this. Now he'll start going down. But it's like once he hit that single leg drop kick, they were pretty much on even ground from there. And I don't necessarily agree with that. And I don't know if it's because they had to shorten it up.
Yeah.
But I just, again, another one of those matches that I would have liked to have seen go on and on and on. I wouldn't have minded.
Yeah. Cruz then had this. Brees hit a supermodel kick, and Cruz essentially became a tree. I'm dead serious. Like, he took the kick, and he fell straight to the ground. Like,
he's a big man that can sell, man.
Those knees didn't bend. Those knees didn't buckle or anything. Like, he just took it. He was straight legged, and he fell flat on his back.
This guy's going to make money. They know it. Triple H is big on this guy too.
Mm-hmm.
This money.
Cruz then at some point caught Brees from the top rope and quickly transitioned into a power slam. And that started to set up him doing the gorilla press slam, going for the moonsault. Brees stopped the moonsault.
Grabbing his leg, like, I'm not even going to let you jump.
Yeah, it's just like, you're right there. Why wouldn't I do this? So he stopped him.
Simple things like that is all you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Simple things like that.
Cruz shook him off, went for the moonsault, and because Brees was already stopping him from doing it, Brees did the smart thing and got his knees up.
Catch these knees
right into his back. I thought that would have been a good finish there. Cradle, but it was a good false finish. Cruz then had to resort to catching him and twisting him around and planting him with a power bomb, which was
kind of slipped.
It kind of slipped, but what made it look good was that Cruz stood tall after it, and Brees sold death after it.
Yep, I didn't think that would be the end because he didn't get all of it, but he did hit a big boot beforehand too. Right, and he couldn't get all of it because of the way the match. This match told the story that we were looking for.
Yeah,
this had the story. This had this had everything, and it was such. Again, this was one of the matches that I would have loved to have seen this go on. Give him another 10 minutes.
This should have been a match that went on a little longer. I agree.
I think that if they would have gave them 10 more minutes, there's enough. All right, let's say this. All of these matches tonight delivered. They all delivered. The only issue that we had with them was who won some of these matches. And why, we had the problem with who won some of these matches. But every match delivered. Every match can go on and main event. Fuck, each of these matches could main event a Raw show. Each of these matches on
every single one of them could have done it.
Each of these matches on their own could main event an NXT, a regular NXT show. And if these matches, if built properly, could main event an NXT special event, if built properly. And they still had these matches. So all of these matches delivered. This match was also great. It's just, this is one of the matches I wanted to see. Give me a good more 10 minutes. Give me 10 more minutes.
Yeah.
Because once they start doing those rush finish where, moves just start happening just because, just stretch it out a little bit more. Stretch it out a little bit more. But yeah, good match. Good match. Are we moving on?
Sure.
What do we have next? Next, we
had Finn Balor and Joe versus Corbin and Rhino.
All right.
I actually was not crazy about this match. I just thought it was okay.
I'm on board with you. And I think that the thing that took away from this match is the fact that the two tag team matches that happened beforehand were head and shoulders above this match.
Oh, yeah. Way more entertaining, too.
But this match, well, right now we sound somber. It wasn't a bad match.
No.
It was still a good match.
This wasn't like a disaster or anything.
But the thing that takes it down a notch for me is just the fact that we could have had an actual tag team in this position. And like, let's put Jordan and Gable here with Joe and Balor. They could have kicked it up a notch.
Yeah,
that's what the match was missing. The match was missing that next gear.
Yeah, because when tag teams are there, they've worked on double moves. There's certain things that they do together. There's a good chemistry there. These are just two guys, being paired up with one another. They don't have that same chemistry. They wrestle like it just felt like four single wrestlers working a tag match, and it was okay. This is a base.
Another thing that hurts it is just the simple fact that we have a built-in story with two guys in this match, and it wasn't told whatsoever. It wasn't, and that's Joe and Corbin.
Joe and Corbin have a built-in story. With all the teasing of like Joe slapping the title and everything, we got no payoff for that.
Nothing there.
What I was expecting to happen with a limp Finn Balor was actually a dusty finish where after the match is over, they go and attack the babyface. All three of them, because they're technically guys that want to compete they're contenders for the NXT title. At some point, all three of them have been. And I thought maybe that's the direction they were going on. It was just, nope, tournament's over.
There was one moment in this match that would have gotten like the pop of a lifetime when they did the Muscle Buster coup de grace.
Yeah.
And Joe hits the Muscle Buster after tagging in Balor. Joe hits the Muscle Buster. Balor's coming off that top rope, and Joe was standing right there. If he could have just STO'd him in midair,
yes,
I think that arena would have lost it.
Yes,
they would have fucking lost their shit.
Yes,
but no. This was more so, as the title of the show would say, respect. This match was a show of respect. This tournament was a show of respect. It was to honor the memorial of Dusty. And this is why you had to have the clean finish podcast. And you also had to have a face team win this one. Because could you imagine heels win and then they have that moment with the Rhodes family? Wouldn't. I
guess.
I mean, I would
just put that's. I mean, like I said, I had Jordan and Gable winning this.
They would fit in that moment, but would the mechanics win? Would the mechanics fit in that moment right there?
That's why I never had them winning. I had an out for them. If this was Jordan and Gable and the mechanics, I already had an out. It's that Jordan and Gable can win this, and then they can.
They're not traditional heels.
No.
So they will look good in that spot.
Right, and then afterwards they can be like, well, we just won the tournament. We should be number one contenders, and the mechanics can go, wait a minute, but we beat the tag team champion, so we should be number one contenders.
Mm-hmm.
Feud leading out to it. You still have your feel good moment. It's a team that's going to get a face reaction. Period. They missed. So let's talk about the match. Let's not be too sour here.
It happened.
Finn starts just selling the leg. Joe was tagged in 2 minutes later. Goes a little wild on Corbin with the punches. Does another spot with the punches. Corbin comes back, hits a sit-out choke bomb. Finn gets the hot tag, and then the heels just start killing his knees. Rhino chops him from the apron. Corbin uses the ring post to slam his leg in there. Another nice spinning side slam. Finn comes back with a sling blade, do the hot tag to Joe, runs wild, but then he gets hit with a gore. Finn saves, tries to keep fighting with the knee valiantly. Somehow he is still able to do a lot. This is what I hated about this match too. I can't believe that a guy is selling an injury with a leg, with one bad leg, and he keeps getting that leg worked on, and all of a sudden he can hit all his moves and he's fine. That's bad storytelling.
I would call that more so psychology.
That's bad psychology too.
Finn is just so used. He's a momentum guy. But you got to know when to pick and choose your spots. So they were working that hot tag for Joe when Finn was down. And then Joe's down, you work that hot tag for Finn to come back in. Finn comes back in, seemingly at 100% sure. Then I think he did something in the corner and tweaked the leg again. So now he's back to selling the leg. But just a moment later, he's no selling the leg. And then he's back to selling. Which one are you doing?
Yeah.
I understand you got the hot tag and you don't want to sell the leg because you got the adrenaline. But once you finally sold that leg again, you should be selling that leg again until you're out of the ring.
Yep.
So in that situation, it's just one of the things that just sticks out to you. There's just some things that Finn needs to improve on.
He does. And the sad thing is that a lot of people will overlook it and be like, but look, he has so much charisma and there's money written all over him. And I'm like, he ain't gonna be making that.
It's something that will hurt him in the long run.
Yeah, he ain't gonna have that money for long if he doesn't work on these certain things.
It's essentially the same issue that we have with John Cena.
Sell
it. You're hurt.
Yeah, I call it like I see it. Like I don't sit here, it's the same thing. Like we mentioned something about Cena tonight where I was just like, it's something that Cena does and it pisses me off here. I don't make excuses for guys because we're supposed to like him. I call everything like I see it.
Yeah.
And that's my big problem with Balor right now. So he's actually booked like Superman.
Essentially. I'm really interested in what they're going to be doing with him. They're doing something here.
They're trying to do something. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't want to guess. I'm going to stay along for the ride.
I still have more stuff to talk about him later, but anyway. Muscle Buster Coup de Gras combo win. Next match.
And the celebration with Cody on the mic.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I completely no-sold that. Yeah, it was nice to see Cody give, the touching speech to his, about his dad, where he says, we're all roads tonight.
Dustin looks so weird without hair and without his makeup.
He actually looks he actually looks like Dusty, just a little younger.
It's like some guy you don't want him to pick you up when you're hitchhiking.
Sure.
He just looks scary.
Yeah, and throughout the whole match, throughout the whole time, Cody was holding Eden's hand. It's just so weird to see Cody be Cody.
Because that's
because of Stardust.
People is going to want.
Yeah, especially after night, people are going to be like, yeah, we want that guy now. Which I mean, the thing with Cody is that he wants to be Stardust.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is. It's fine.
NXT. We're talking about NXT,
yeah.
Unfortunately.
Man, just think about that. In about 20 years or so, in about a few years or something, Eden's gonna be bringing up some color to that family.
Their first kid is gonna be named Sapphire. Watch.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Watch. Just you wait. Just you wait. The first kid's gonna be named Sapphire.
Why?
Okay. So up next.
Oh man. He said sorry, I was looking on Twitter. Vault Warrior He said that the best way to describe the tag team tournament is this is NXT's first filler arc.
You know what? The tournament, it essentially just became. All right, so here's one of the reasons why we're disappointed in the finish. The finish ended up being predictable.
Yes.
NXT has. This is what I was saying before about NXT. I don't know if I said it on Twitter or if I said it in one of our podcasts, where I said NXT needs to do a better job of having more unpredictable finishes.
Right.
And with this tournament, we kind of put our faith in possibly getting an unpredictable finish or unpredictable finishes. It's something that we can work forward from.
Mm-hmm.
But in typical NXT fashion, we get the predictable finish.
Yeah.
This entire card, if you wanted to just be predictable and put money on Vegas odds, you could have gotten 100% on this.
I could have. I tried to predict outside of the norm, but yeah. Because you want to see something different happen, but yeah.
All right. We had our predictions, but if I had to put money on
If I had to put money on it, I would have everything that happened is exactly how I would have bet.
Yeah. But oh man. Well, we already said what we had to say about the tag team, so yeah.
Main event.
Man, it's just in that situation, man. In that situation, it's just no different from the main roster.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I don't like about NXT. Stop being so predictable.
Yeah. Sasha versus Bayley.
Okay.
Let me just get this out of the way. Yeah, that Brooklyn match was better. Just gonna get it out of the way now.
I would say it was better. This one had better psychology. The Brooklyn match had a better story. Match had a better story.
Yes, way better story.
This one had better psychology.
I'd argue that.
All right, let's get into it.
Because there were parts of this where the psychology was driving me nuts.
The going home.
Yes,
going home was terrible.
Oh yeah, going home was real bad.
I said it on Twitter. I didn't even look at any responses because I didn't know if people was going to say that I was having sour grapes. So I don't know.
I mean, granted, don't
make sure that I explain myself what I mean by it.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like I said, the finish was really exciting.
It just
the psychology was terrible.
Yes. A lot of it just didn't make sense. It didn't go along with what the match was building.
See, don't worry. In about a minute, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna hold you to this, and then I'm gonna make sure that you say afterwards, right? Brooklyn did have better psychology. Anyway,
but so about the entirety of the match.
Oh yeah, no. There's one spot in particular that really pissed me off, but we'll get to that. So Sasha comes out first, and I couldn't help but notice that as she comes out, there's actually a Tron that's actually overhead of the arena. So as you come in the ring, it's actually over the ring, and like Sasha's name and like her figure over it. I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't notice that throughout the entire night except that match because they caught it at a really good angle. I also noticed that after Bayley came out too, there was actually zero commentary for them coming out, and that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that. It set a really good tone for this.
Are you talking about when they're in the back getting ready and coming out?
No, just
throughout
the whole entrance. Sasha's entrance, Bayley's entrance, no one talked. Everyone shut up.
Okay.
And just let them come out. And I thought that was good. First minute of the match. This match sucks. I'm joking. It was just there was no action. They were just kind of taking it all in.
The literal first minute. Yeah. The entire first minute.
The entire first minute, they were just kind of taking it all in, letting people get their chants out. Everybody chanted, "This is awesome!" Main event, all that good stuff.
I would like for it to be like a closer stare down for that first minute.
Nah.
Like once again,
it felt and it kind of took me out of it. That's what I meant by this match sucks. It's not that I thought that the match sucked. It just was like, all right, I need some of that energy in the ring. I can't have it just be from the crowd. I need something in there too.
Once again, see, all right, I'm going to give you a comparison.
Go ahead.
A comparison of a stare down so you can understand what I'm talking about. But
okay,
here's one thing that took me away, two things that took me away from the stare down. One, it was too far apart.
Oh, yeah.
Which let the crowd get way too in the middle of it.
Uh-huh.
It was that stare down felt more for the crowd than more for the tension.
Yeah.
Second,
and that's something they never do.
Second, I didn't feel any tension because
neither did I.
Because of that tension, and because once again, Sasha, I need you to stop smiling. I need her to stop smiling.
Yeah, because one of the things that she said was that she wanted to beat this girl again and again and again, and then you start off like this, and I'm like, all right, I'm not buying this anymore. Like something needs to happen.
And she didn't really turn it on until I'm pretty sure
it was like I have timestamps. We can talk.
Yeah, okay. So that now I want you to think of these particular stare downs. Think Hogan and Zeus. Think Austin and Rock. Think Austin and not Austin. Think Hogan and Rock.
Mm.
These stare downs where they're just in the middle of the ring.
They're face to face.
Face to face. And the crowd is going nuts.
Yeah.
But the tension and the spotlight is on them because at any moment, these guys are within arm's reach and can just go. And they're just sitting there, just staring.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to backtrack a little bit here. I do want to see Asuka versus Natalya.
That'd be pretty good. I think that her and Sasha would be better, but that would be pretty good.
I just want to see them German the shit out of each other.
Yeah. Absolutely. I can't talk about Asuka no more. I can't do it.
All right. Anyway. That's
too many loads to blow. But yeah, so that stare down, it missed for me. It missed for me just because with stare downs you want to sell tension, and we didn't get that here. We got it was that was more so about the crowd and more so about, hey, thank you for making us feel good, for us making it to this moment right here.
Yeah.
They were more so taking in the moment rather than, all right, we all know about the moment, but what about the match? You got here, you earned your way here. Everybody knows it. Sell us on the match.
Right. Like the reason why the tension was so great in Brooklyn because Sasha started it off in her face, jabbering off, pushing Bayley, treating her. It worked better. That's actually one of the notes that
wasn't on your level.
Yeah. That was one of the notes that I had in this match. When Sasha took control of this match, the match was great. When it was even Stevens or Bayley was in control, this match was
Bayley's not going to be champion for long.
No.
So I don't think they're working well with anybody but Sasha.
No, I don't see it.
I don't see anybody bringing this out of her.
So the first 3 minutes, they were just kind of mimicking pin attempts, doing like arm holds. Sasha ended up landing really hard on her neck and head on a deep arm drag. And just at one point, I just said, first 5 minutes in, this match feels really jittery. Okay. I don't know if they were nervous or whatever. It
felt pretty plain to me.
That too.
Starting out,
it was very plain. I was like, wow, they're main eventing, and this is what we're doing. They teased finishers, did a handshake spot.
That right there is where we need to turn it around.
Yeah. Handshake spot, and then they did a hug, and then Sasha's like, you idiot, I'm going to slam you on the mat now.
I had one issue with that.
What's that?
Not a big issue, but more so a nitpick.
Okay.
Bayley, why the fuck are you going for a hug in the middle of a match? That part makes sense to me.
Well, I mean, technically, one of her finishers is a hug.
Well, that's not what she wasn't going for.
I know. I'm not being serious.
Oh, like now, if she was just going for the handshake, cool, fine. Mm-hmm. But a handshake and hug at this moment, it was. I even typed in on Twitter. I just said that was weird.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you trying to hug her for? Handshake, cool. Hug, what?
So it's
right now. Just look. Don't say nothing, but just look at it. Just look at what's happening on the network. Bask in it, Blackjack. Just bask in this.
Okay.
Because you're gonna end up watching this later. Okay. Everybody, right now, Turn to the network and look at what's on there.
Well, thanks. I had to click it.
Everybody in the chat, just look. Look at what's on your screen and just be pissed off.
Why would I be pissed off at this?
Why is this right here not the focus on the main roster? These three guys.
Who, Asuka?
Hold up. What's on your network?
I'm currently watching TakeOver again.
On my TV, I see Table for Three.
Oh, for Ambrose, Cesaro, and Owens.
Yes.
I have to watch that at some point.
Yes. I gotta see what happened here. I gotta see this. Just three badass guys.
Isn't it funny that the Shield is Seth Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose, and now here he is essentially with mid-carders?
Oh shit! All right, moving along.
I'm just saying.
Moving along.
I call it as I see it. Anyway, so then they get to the ref spot where Sasha's in the corner, and
good spot.
Yeah, this is a good spot. I like this.
Good
heel spot. A lot. It's good. Some good heel heat here too.
Because again, when Sasha went and slammed her down from that hug, that was the turn. That's when she decided, no more smiling. I'm turning it on.
You didn't think that was it?
No,
that wasn't the moment for me. There was one moment in this match where
before then?
Huh?
Before then?
No, after.
No, because I'm saying like from there on, it wasn't all we're friends. I'm smiling anymore. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Like Sasha was back to being Sasha at this point. Like this is when it became like this would it's a match now. Mm-hmm. We're not in here to be friends.
So yeah, they do the ref spot. Sasha trades spots back and forth with Bayley. At some point, she gets.
Not telling what the ref spot was.
So at some point,
kind of got whipped into the corner.
Yeah. So the ref is stopping Sasha at one point, I think, and backing her off, and then Sasha then hides behind him, I believe. And
Bayley was in the corner with the ref. She got out of the way, and then Sasha was charging at Bayley.
Right.
Bayley moves out of the way. Sasha jumps.
Yeah, Sasha looks like she's about to hit the ref and stops. Then Bayley charges. She looks like she's about to hit the ref and stops. And this does enough to get the ref distracted and turn around. And Sasha goes and pokes her in the eye, rolls her up.
Sasha jumped up on the ropes, blocking the ref's view.
Oh, there we go. Yes, she blocked the ref's view.
Her back to his front, so she was blocking them.
Yeah, so poke the eyes, roll up.
Poking the eye, too.
Yeah, roll up, 3 count.
Apparently, Bayley became Ryback.
Yes.
That's what happened.
And Sasha was Kevin Owens. So afterwards, Sasha just throws a vicious forearm in Bayley's face, and Bayley immediately comes back, hits a belly to belly to tie things back up, 1-1. Bayley goes for the ring post dropkick on the outside, and Sasha had no part of it and just threw her ass into the steps.
Over and over, over and over and over again.
I will say this, Bayley wanted no part of selling those steps.
She was trying to get away from him, but nah.
He was very cautious going into them.
And she would make sure she threw her harder and harder. You're going to eat these steps.
Yeah, it's like, hurry up, just go into them. Because Sasha will sell the shit out of it. She doesn't care. Throw me into this.
Say, the step's not working? How about this Jumbotron over here?
Oh, yeah.
You're going to sell something.
Yes.
You're going to hit something very hard.
She's taunting the family as she's doing this, too.
Loved it.
She made the super fan Izzy cry.
This chick tonight.
That is a superstar.
She had Jericho written all over her tonight.
Yeah.
She had heel, I'm in a suit, Jericho written all over her tonight. Everything she did as a heel was just Jericho.
She didn't care about the crowd. Fuck you.
Fuck the crowd. Fuck this family that supports you. I'm even going to rip this little pretty bow off your head and wear it in the ring and mock you and your family.
Uh-huh. And you know what was great about it is that's when everybody cared about the match all of a sudden. All of a sudden, the place got loud This wasn't just like, let's chant women's wrestling because women's wrestling. No.
That's just
now you cared about the match.
I would have liked to. All right. Here's where booking got weird for me.
Okay.
Because Bayley's dead.
She's dead after being thrown into that Titantron.
Sasha should have taken a bunch of countouts.
Yes. Sasha should have been able to sit on the ropes forever.
Sit on the ropes, get the first count out, go out there, whoop her ass some more, go right back in the ring, get another count out, rinse and repeat because she wasn't getting up.
Yeah.
Oh, you getting up now? How about this Jumbotron? Let's go back inside, rip this little pretty bowl off your head. Hey, ref, count for me. So that in that situation, booking kind of lost me there because it's like, sure, she's got her beat in here, but she's not capitalized. And there was a bunch of, you know what? You're right on the psychology thing.
Yes.
You're right.
I didn't even get to the points that were really
I'm just thinking about it, and I'm like, psychology also has things to do with booking as well. And there's situations where you say, well, stop standing there like a dummy. Get your fucking victory.
Yep. That
goes along with psychology. The psychology I was more so talking about was, you work those body parts and you sell, work, sell. Know when to get the heat, know when to get it off, know when the next man's turn is up and all of that. That in particular was working, but decision making is where they lost me.
Yeah. So, yeah.
My phone's being a dick right now. So if you hear that, that's what it is.
So Bayley loses by count out 2-1, or sorry, takes a fall 2-1 by count out. There was one spot where Sasha got a Boston Crab, and speaking of Jericho, and but it was a standing Boston Crab, and people were like, well, she didn't even like arch the back, and I'm like, no. What she was trying to do, is that she was like taking her boot and standing on her head and wrenching her back.
And stepping on that arm, kicking her.
And stepping the arm,
Giving herself position where she could just make it more vicious and make
correct.
But again, and here's where I had more problems. These
so much for you loving the psychology in this match, or saying that it was better than Brooklyn.
Then I had the wrong word. Fuck me then. These submission moves that Bayley's being in,
those should kill her.
Aside from Cena, everyone would be tapping here.
Yes.
And that bank statement, she should have been tapping, or like she couldn't
especially this move here. I was like, she's gonna tap.
When she had her, she's getting momentum to get to the ropes. No, I'm going to step on your arm and stand on your face. No, you should be tapping right now. You should be tapping.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're John Cena. Or pass out. Ref, take her arm and start lifting her arm. See if we can get a 3 count on her arm. Mm-hmm. Something. That made no sense to me. That was the first one I had a problem with. Because it's like, you're fucking beaten here. You're done.
Yeah. What I also didn't like is that after this, Bayley immediately hit like some sort of like West Coast pop or a Hurricane Rana into a pin and got the pin on Sasha. Like, you did no damage to her.
Yep.
2-2.
It could have easily have been 5-1, but all right.
Yeah, easily 5-1 the other way.
And you know what? And you know what? And you know what? And you know
okay,
what?
Nikki Bella.
And you know what? With Sasha's thing being, I want to beat you over and over and over and over, and going for all these pins in the beginning of the match. Why was
they should have been? They should have built this the other way around. Make it 3-1, even if it's predictable. I don't care. This should have been 3-1, 4-1, and then have Bayley come back.
Because we knew what the finish was going to be anyway. So only thing how do we get there, and can you make it good enough?
Mm-hmm.
So go on ahead, give Sasha exactly what she guaranteed.
If this was the first championship match between Sasha and Bayley, and you wanted to do this, fine. This is after the first one.
Sasha could have went up 5-1, and she had a stake to her claim as, I'm going to beat you over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Here she beat her over and over, but she didn't beat her over and over. She just beat her down, but didn't go for the necessary steps to win.
Yeah. So Sasha tries to go for the so she puts Bayley on her back on the ropes and tries to go for the knees, the back spot. It fails. She actually hits her knees pretty hard on the mat. Bayley starts her comeback. I noted it looked a little sloppy. Like whenever Bayley had control of this match, it just took me out of it. Bayley attacks Sasha's hand on the stairs and actually started looking a little heelish, and I thought, wow, she's getting like vicious.
I thought that she was trying to take apart the stairs and failed at it, so she stopped.
Yeah, I actually thought when she was taking apart the stairs that she was going to repeat the same thing Sasha did to her, but instead she did a jumping clothesline off of it. I mean, she went all out on Sasha's hand, though. Sasha had to sell it for the rest of the match. Bayley to belly. Okay, here's the big one of this entire match that pissed me off. So earlier in the match, very, very early in the match, I think this was like.
Can you tell me why there's so much TNA chatter in the chat? I don't know. They want you, not me. They want you to review Bound for Glory.
Because I'm in the state of North Carolina, but what they don't realize is that Raleigh is 3 hours away from Charlotte.
And also, fuck TNA.
That too. Is that Bayley hit a belly to belly, 10 minutes in this match and pin Sasha, correct?
Yes.
Why is it that after breaking Sasha's hand, clotheslining her off stairs, and then hitting a Bayley to belly on the floor after Sasha dived out to the ring, and she rolls her back in there, does Sasha kick out? How does Sasha kick out of all that?
How was Bayley not tapping out to a whole bunch of other stuff she should have been tapping?
We're going to get there, but this was the snowball. This was like the start of it.
Okay.
Was the fact that she took a Bayley to belly clean early in this match. And now we're 20 minutes in, and she's taking a Bayley to belly to the floor after Sasha tried to dive at her and kicked out. Bayley tries to go for the super belly to belly.
Moment of me changing my mind on psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bayley then does a super Bayley to belly to Sasha, and Sasha's trying to roll the ropes, and Bayley pins and gets a little overzealous with the pin, much like the Neville situation. And Sasha's able to get her foot on the rope, which saves her. Sasha's selling death. Sasha somehow gets out of the super reverse Rana to then Bayley to belly Bayley, who kicks out of that. And then she transitions it to a bank statement with about 90 seconds to go. I did note here that Sasha is selling her hand.
Longer than that.
Yeah, it was a little longer than that. It was almost like 2 minutes in, but they were getting close to the 90-second mark. I did note here that Sasha was selling her hand, and the commentary did note that she couldn't get all of it because she couldn't wrench it. But I have to ask this question. If she can't lock it in completely, why wasn't Bayley able to just break out of this then?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. She could have been. Why not bite her hand?
Yeah. Oh, she's not getting all of it. Then either one of these two things can happen.
It should be broken.
It should be broken, or Bayley slipping out of it. Because if you're not getting all of it, it should be easier for you to get out of. You shouldn't still just be holding there just because it's a submission hold. That goes hand in hand with psychology there. So she has this big statement on her forever.
Can we take a brief moment to just look at Asuka for a minute here? Like I had to rewind on the network a bit. I want to see some more Asuka. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead. Asuka.
Let's finish this first. And then she's selling forever.
Get out of Brooke's bag. God damn. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And Bayley somehow gets her into a chicken wing armbar. And Sasha can't actually tap because she has both arms stretched back. I think she just says, "I quit" or something like that. And so her verbally having to say it certainly puts an end to that feud. And that was it. 3-2 Bayley. Bayley wins.
That finish. pissed me off so much. Because first, everyone has tapped to the bank statement, right?
Everyone and their mother. Even Charlotte has tapped out to it.
How do you sit in the bank statement for over a minute and don't tap out?
Even if it's not fully wrenched in, how do you still not tap out to that thing?
How are you not tapping out to that bank statement if you're in it for that long? Next, just that finish, just the way that it finished, where Bayley has her and her, I don't know if that's a new submission or something she's done before, but they said it's something that she's done.
That looked new to me, but.
So she has it in there. She has it in. And Sasha's just in it for a minute. And I don't know if the ref told her, like, all right, 3 seconds. Now you got to tap. Like, I don't know. Like, it just wasn't natural to me.
I feel like if Sasha was still down in NXT, this result wouldn't have happened.
No. And I'm still holding the no face with my lips all perked out. No, not at all. Like 3 seconds. All right, now it's time for me to say I quit. No, Sasha, you dominated her.
I appreciate what they did here. They killed each other for 30 minutes. They killed each other for 20 minutes.
This is a brutal match.
Very brutal. I do appreciate what they did. They finally did deserve a main event. But if you ask me if should this a main event tonight, no.
In comparison, you mean?
In comparison, yes, no.
If Brooklyn never happened, this match we wouldn't be looking at this match through a microscopic glass.
Correct.
I mean, we still would have looked at that finish like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But if Brooklyn didn't happen, then yeah, this would be the match to end the night.
That, like, I know a lot of people talked about the Becky Sasha match.
I'm still big on that.
I still am too. And they said that one should have main evented. And I said no, because in that scenario you had what was it, Zayn and Owens and Joe debuting. You can't. You can't main event that. No.
I would put Becky and Sasha over this match.
Oh, easily, yes. But
even in the and base one situation is Bayley and Sasha, not Bayley. Yeah, this Bayley and Sasha match and Becky and Sasha, were one of the same. They were selling brutality.
Yes, that
Becky and Sasha match was way more brutal than this one.
Oh yeah,
way more brutal.
And
Asuka, man, Jesus.
But the Sasha Bayley match at Brooklyn, that one had every right to main event that one. A title change happened in that one. And it was a new match. I still don't think Balor and Owens really should have. I mean, there you're just going on name value. But here, I mean, I know they were given the main event, but this didn't feel like they should. Well, yes, they should main event because they should have at the last pay-per-view, but now you're having the main event because you're making up for it, not because this actually should have.
Celebration was great.
Oh, Celebration was excellent. Yeah. By the way, they had a flower presentation. They came out and Sasha's just bawling her eyes out, and Bayley's in the ring with Triple H. She raises her hand, and as he raises her hand, and they're just balling out too. It was great. The whole roster came out for her too.
On tomorrow's podcast, can we just talk about Asuka for like a good half hour?
Sure.
Great. Whole roster
comes out. It's pretty great.
This is the best send-off that someone can get.
Yeah.
This was one hell of a send-off for Sasha.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't get better than this.
No.
And she was done. She was just completely bawling her eyes out.
If they don't take that title off of Charlotte in the next 2 months and give that thing to Sasha.
Well, let's see if our theory was correct that this is the reason why we haven't seen too much Sasha, is because they wanted to make sure they got this match out of her, and hopefully we start getting the real Sasha on the main roster.
By the way, Stephanie McMahon was with Charlotte and Becky at ringside with Lita, chanting women's wrestling with the crowd, and I just couldn't help but be disgusted.
Because she had nothing to do with it?
Nothing to do with it, and look at your main roster product.
Yeah, it's like you see this going on.
Yeah, don't you dare celebrate this and then put on that shit that you have on the main roster.
You see this happening. You know what's going on here. You see the crowd. You are in the crowd and you feel the crowd.
But you ain't trying to make this money, though.
You saw Asuka today. I'm sorry. All right, no more Asuka.
No, that's fine. That there it was fine.
Like you see, and you're a woman. Why are we not getting this on the main roster? Forget Triple H. She should be clamoring for this. I don't get Stephanie. I don't get Stephanie, and fuck her for being out there. It's like you're out there, you're showing your support, but then we get the crap that we get on the main roster. And this is Nikki Bella. Does Nikki Bella really have that much fucking power? Like seriously, at this point, does Nikki Bella have that much power?
Yeah. Which may be going to Paige, funny enough, because season 5 of Total Divas actually has Paige as the forefront. Total Divas has way too much control on anything that happens on the wrestling show, considering that Total Divas does not command that much of an audience.
And I'll say this, because of Total Divas.
Here's the weird thing too. Oh, go ahead.
My kid loves Nikki Bella. Layla loves Nikki Bella.
That's why. That's the only reason.
Are you sure?
That's why they get pops on
why do you like her? Like look at her.
That's why they get pops on the wrestling shows.
I
actually, you know what? It's funny. I have a coworker who I introduced her to New Day, and she happened to see. I sent her a GIF of the New Day when Seth Rollins is backstage. And they just go, "Oh, Seth Rollins!" And they come out with the trombone and everything. I sent her a GIF of that, and she was just like, "Who's the guy in the middle? That's hot." And I was like, "Seth Rollins." And she became obsessed with the guy. And by obsessed, I mean she just likes looking at him. I happen to
she better not Google him.
Yeah, that'll get her in trouble. Oh yeah, and then she'll also find some stuff she doesn't want to know. But I told her. Because I was talking to her today, and some of my coworkers were just like, yeah, you know, like one of my friends is like really obsessed with WWE, and he found out it was fake, and he was just like, oh, I can't believe this or whatever. And she was asking about, she was like, she's actually seen Total Divas. She's like, what about the twins? I was like, you mean the Bella twins? She's like, yeah. She's like, do they like decide anything that's like going on backstage? And I was like, listen, that show was just about as fake as wrestling is. She's like, yeah. I was like, and I just happened to ask her, like, do you know anybody else on that show, by the way? She's like, no, they're like most of the show.
Wow. And it's funny that she asked that particular question, even though she's not really a wrestling fan.
Yes.
And that's the question that she had.
Yes.
Tells you a lot. Tells you a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. But John Cena has no pull, though.
Nah. All right. So, are we done with NXT TakeOver Respect?
We are. Can I just, man? I just Asuka, yeah. And then I just really, really wanted, man. That moment would have been so good if he just formed the fucking Balor Club. Like, can I just pitch my idea again?
Again?
Wait, I didn't tell it to everybody. We talked about this backstage, right? Or in Skype, right?
We didn't do this in the one of the show. We didn't?
I don't think we did. Do we save this for Thursday?
We talked about it. They didn't see the picture. I think I don't know.
Yeah, no, we didn't discuss the whole idea.
Do we save it for the podcast?
Do we save it for the podcast?
Because I mean, it is for the podcast. We're gonna need some material for tomorrow.
Let's save it for the podcast.
Okay. All right, everybody. If you enjoyed the NXT TakeOver Respect post-show review with myself and Blackjack, please show a show of support by dropping a like on the video, share it with whomever, and you may have that one closet wrestling fan that likes to listen to things like this. Share it with them. Who knows? I'm glad that you guys were here with us, and I'm glad for your forthgoing support as you join us with our podcast and our weekly reviews of all of these wrestling shows for the most part. Blackjack, sign us out. We'll do questions tomorrow. We'll do a lot of questions tomorrow since it's podcast time, but this is more so for the review.
Yeah.
We'll do questions tomorrow. Trust us. We'll have time.
Yeah, thanks for joining us here at the Clean Finish. I'm Blackjack at It's 21 Blackjack. He's Wiza at Wiza Now. This has been the Clean Finish podcast at Need Clean Finish. We'll see you next time, guys. I'm just like Asuka though. Like she's gonna make me like Alexa Bliss just gets pushed to the side now. I know we're not done. For tonight I forgot about Alexa Bliss. Asuka is the shit. I know, but
there's money here.
I know.
People are going to die, Blackjack.
There's a lot of money, but Alexa Bliss is gonna just like
a lot of women are gonna die, Blackjack. I wouldn't be surprised if
all the women will die.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have her main event against Baron Corbin. Like
she might actually be the one to kill Finn Balor.
You know what?
She should actually walk into Regal's office tomorrow. She should walk into Regal's office right now.
She wants the champ.
And say, number one contender.
For Bayley, she just got off a match. No, not Bayley. No competition. No competition. Give me a competition. Regal argues with her, and she does that sadistic look at Regal. And he's like, you know what? Right.